Welcome to Reezy Talks, guys. I'm your host, Reezy Resells, and today, bear with us through some technical difficulties. We're trying a new broadcasting format on the show. We're actually broadcasting live onto Facebook while we're recording, so just bear with us. But today, I'm live with Tony and Chris from Pinlounge, and they have a business making enamel pins, and we basically met on a hashtag. And now we're doing business. They're making pins for me. We're going to show them to you guys, maybe show you a sample on the show or something. You guys you'll see them soon when I get back from Europe. But just, small business, social media, marketing, Disney talk, travel talk. We're going to have a good time. But join me in welcoming Tony and Chris to the show. What's up, guys?
What's up, everybody?
Hello.
How you guys doing?
Let's see how many people do we got here? I can't see exactly on this view. It looks like we got at least I don't know, 16 reactions. I can't see how many people are live on the show currently. So if you're on the show and you can, maybe you can help me out. But shout out to Justin Pierce, Tristan Shern, Kelly Alvarado. Glad to have you guys here. And let me show you guys real quick something that's kind of cool on this thing. So Jay Steady Rockin' says, what software is this? And you can now see his question is pinned up there on the screen in his profile picture as well. So hopefully
cool.
You got a haircut in your profile picture. But what's up, Jay Steady Rockin'? This is BeLive.tv. And it allows me to do some cool stuff because I don't have time to figure out OBS. So this is what works for me. So I'm glad to have all of you live viewers on the show as well. But make sure you guys drop your questions in there so we can pin them on there. Pun intended. But we're gonna have fun. So I met I believe I was probably talking to Tony, right?
Yes.
On Instagram. I never know who I'm talking to. I just assume it's always the husband when it's like a husband and wife thing, and it's like it's not always right. So anyways, I think we met over, did you guys collab with a pin, another pin thing on Instagram? Do you do that a lot, collabing?
Yes, we did.
We do collab. I think now I remember. I think we did this collection where it was like Disney coffee cup themes.
Yes. The Disney Fashion.
Disney Fashionista actually shared it to her blog. She's a really big Disney. If you guys
who was it?
Followed her, Disney Fashionista.
Okay, because I'm a little bit into that.
So she's one of these bloggers that's huge. I mean, she has like a couple 100,000 on Facebook, and she's. I mean, they're on it. I feel like they're at the park every day.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So she actually shared this collection we started creating, and maybe that's how you found us. By some way, we
I don't know. Maybe like they shared it and then someone else shared it because I don't follow a ton. I follow like Sarah Sterling and a few. Not a ton. But either way, so we connected and we got to talking about pins, and I liked a lot of their pins. Go check out pinlounge.com. You're going to be hard pressed to leave without spending some money. I guarantee it because they make cool pins. So. And I was just checking out the pins, and I was going to buy some right away as soon as I saw them, and I just, wanted to check you guys out, and then I started asking some questions, and I think you were in Paris, and I was on my way to Paris, or you were leaving Paris, and so we just got to talking, and you gave me some tips about Paris Disneyland, which was actually really cool because we were there just a couple weeks after that, and we had a great time.
It was interesting how it all lined up. You guys were headed out to Europe, and we had just come back, and all those places that we visited were fresh in my mind, so I was able to shed some light and give you a few tips. So that was good. I hope it helped.
No, definitely, it definitely did because going to Paris Disneyland, I felt like it was my first time going to Disneyland, which is super overwhelming. Like now I'm like a OG, I'll go there with a blindfold, you know what I mean? Like I take people are like, but I'm going to wait an hour. I'm like, bro, you don't wait longer than 30 minutes. Like, don't play yourself.
You have to know how to do it.
Right. But going to Paris, I was kind of like worried. And then they were calling like, Goofy's name was Dingo or something. I was like, what's going on? Like Chip and Dale is Chip and Chop. I was freaking out.
They actually have a maze, Mad Hatter maze there. I don't know if you guys did it, but
we didn't get a chance to make it there.
It's not an easy maze it's by any stretch. It's actually an adult maze.
Yeah, we did a little lost.
We had to ask them to get it till they let us out. It was crazy. It's like a big hedges, and you get it's nuts.
It was a little crazy. It was. Yeah. We were like, no, we really want to get out. They were like, go through the maze, find out. We're like, no, we have to go.
So here's a random live question, but John Sims says Thundercats or Voltron.
Tough one, but I'll go Thundercats.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Thundercats too, bro. Me and Lion know, you know what I mean? I can't name any of the characters on Voltron, so I guess that proves that, you know?
Yeah.
Can you name any of the Voltron characters? I mean, I know they form like Voltron, but who are they?
Yeah, you know, it's funny with Voltron. It's like a lot of the stuff with the Power Rangers. You know, afterwards was
right, pretty much, right?
Voltron stuff, yeah.
Right. So, basically, guys, I have no idea how big your guys' business is. So, like, let's start with that. Is it a full-time income for either of you? Pin business?
It's
getting there.
Yeah, we could make the jump. I guess we're a little nervous.
A little hesitant. We both work. I do marketing,
and I'm in real estate development.
Which a lot of the stuff is crossed over, and she's in real estate.
So I'm building buildings.
Yeah,
small
building it up.
Building pins
for a while, and we do this. I mean, everything all together just becomes a nonstop. Probably a more than full-time gig when you add it all together, but it's getting there. You know, the goal is probably within the next year to at least have.
So both of you guys currently still work full-time.
Correct.
Yes.
Yep.
And then everything that all the blood, sweat, and tears that made Pinlounge is after you get off work, before you go to work on the weekend.
Really, that too, but we're also finding that it's bleeding into our day job. So we're doing it in the morning. We're doing it on the commute, on lunch. If I have a second. Do him too, like we're just pretty much doing it all the time.
You make it work, especially in sales and marketing. You might have a meeting this hour, next minute you miss an email. You make it work so that you get a lot of things done. But like again, the goal would be to have either one of us or both of us do Pinlounge.
And it's just you two. Yeah. You don't have any staff.
Not right now, no. Yeah.
So who does the designs?
We both do.
We both do.
You both are designers or ideas?
We don't have. We both do ideas. We have like sessions, or just come up with something off the top of our heads. Hey, I got this crazy idea. What do you think? And then we'll both grab our drawing pads, iPads, and start drawing away and help each other out. It's a pretty big collaboration.
Then.
Yeah, we both run iPad Pro, and we do our sketches on there, and then we outsource some.
What app do you use on that?
Procreate.
Cool. Yeah, that's a good tip. A lot of people do like print on demand, t-shirts, and I talk about that too. So people use like Procreate or Affinity Designer.
Yeah.
Adobe's supposed to be dropping a really, really crazy one.
Subscription based?
Somebody at Apple told me that.
Probably.
And because I guess they feel like, with the Procreate and the other apps, they're kind of that direct, tablet drawing. They want to be in that game.
So most of the stuff you guys draw, you're actually drawing it.
Yeah, a lot of stuff like all the Disney cups you've seen.
Yeah, like the crying Jeffrey giraffe and stuff like that.
Yes. That's just Jeff. I mean, it's just Jeffrey with a tear. Let's be real, but yeah.
Right. Yeah. Have you guys ever gotten in trouble with any of the parody stuff?
We're trying to move more away from it now, but so far so good. With the pin community, it's weird. It's almost like an unwritten rule, but you get too big, you might start getting bothered.
Right. As long as you only make like 100, though, you're probably good. Come out with like a double dare pin.
You know how it is. You draw.
There's a fine line, and then you do fantasy pins on it, and we're not trying to make. You'll see some stuff out there that's making a certain image look bad or negatively, and we're trying to always like make it look good in a way. So
let me how did you guys get into pins? I'm gonna actually share my screen and go on your website. That'd be the best way, right? Pinlounge.com to see the pins, or would Etsy be better?
Very much.
Pinlounge.
Yeah.
It's really weird because you guys are getting like exposure and marketing, but at the same time, I'm like literally just doing it to show people and teach people, and like it's so weird to like. It's like we're in the Matrix, but we're outside of the Matrix. But it's like when you make cool stuff, it just sells itself. You know what I mean? Like that Jeffrey giraffe pin is so cool. That thing probably just walks right off the shelf.
Yeah, man, we're actually on pre-order right now with that guy.
So let me go ahead and put and bear with me if we have technical difficulties. So my shared screen should be the third image here. And it's probably not big enough. Is it big enough for you guys to see, or is it not? Let me switch it to like one of these.
You can scroll. It looks okay.
One of these. Hold on, let's figure it out. If I could, I don't know. Hold on a second. Maybe if I take myself down. No, but then you probably won't hear me. All right, whatever. You guys get what you get.
I mean, that's cool. That
Hopefully
looks good.
It works. So I'll just zoom one pin like to the whole screen.
Yeah.
So here is, let's go. Where should I go, guys? To the collections?
Yeah, you can go down to the pop culture collections, and you'll see some.
Yeah, you guys know me. This is all the stuff that, like, when I buy it, I go, you got me. Like, I'm a sucker for this. Like this pin is so cool. Can you guys see this, viewers? Because I know you guys wanted to see some of these pins, so I'm showing you guys. Hopefully, you guys can see. Like, I saw this one the other day too, the pencil sharpener, and I'm just like, if you asked me what kind of pin I would ever buy, I would never say that. But just like, there's a piece of my childhood that I just used to enjoy just jamming pencils into that thing, just all the way down.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, Mikey, quit! You're wasting trees. And then over here, like this, the amoxicillin. I definitely took more than I needed to take because it tasted so goddamn good.
Yeah, we have a funny line with that one. This one won't make you sick, or this one won't make you allergic. Because a lot of people were like, well, I was allergic to that. We're like, well, this one's not going to make you allergic. Unless you're allergic to metal.
All right, let's see. Wait, where'd it go? All right, this one's cool. A little Best Buy parody.
Yeah, we got that.
The Teddy Ruxpin joint. Let's see. Where's the so what's up with the if you're listening, apologize, it's kind of weird. We're currently looking at their website, pinlounge.com, and looking at different pins that they offer because you can't talk about how cool something is for too long without actually showing it. And we'll go back to like face-to-face stuff. But like, look, there's the Judy clock pin. Actually, I should probably just try and zoom my screen. Like, yeah, there we go. That's probably much better. So like Judy clock pin. Yak back pin, or look at these ones are cool. These are smart. Was this your guys' original idea?
Yes.
So this is cool. Vendors buy these from you, then put their names on it when they're at shows.
Yeah, it shows, and then we've done some conventions where people don't want to, we go, we pitch it as going green, where you don't have to waste, you don't have to waste
name
paper.
tags.
You can reuse the name tags and use them for conferences and this sort of
Right.
thing.
Where's the lunch pail pins? I gotta show those real quick. Are they sold out?
We're actually sold out, but I have them here.
Yeah.
We can show them on the thing.
Yeah, let's show a couple of the lunch pail pins. I had an idea. Oh, this one reminded me of it. So this is the Cosmic Key pin. This is from He-Man the movie, correct?
Yeah, Masters of the Universe.
Masters of the Universe with the little troll dude, and they like play some crazy piano music on it. I love that. But that looked like a lightsaber to me from a little distance. Hold on, let me get off the screen sharing real quick, and we will take down the screen sharing and go back to the split screen. All right, there we go. Let me see if I can.
Here's our
there we go.
I don't know if it's clear.
Yeah, no, we got it. So they make these ones that look like thermos old school lunch boxes like Ghostbusters, and then you open it up, and then it shows the contents inside with the thermos and everything. Super duper cool. I love it. And then the back Pinlounge. So I got a random idea for you guys, but you guys should drop a series of pins that are just lightsaber hilts, without the blade. So you could do like, Luke Skywalker, you could do Darth Vader, you could do Mace Windu, everyone, Ahsoka Tano, all the lightsabers that they're selling right now at Galaxy's Edge.
Yes, I love that.
My Little Ponies. I have a friend named Laura, Pink Sparkle 80s. She needs that My Little Pony pin for sure. Care Bears pin.
And it's funny though, because the inside of all of our lunch boxes, they have food that's specific with the timeline of when the lunchbox came out. So this one is the Capri Sun and the snack pack.
I love it, and I know you guys put a lot of love into it and energy. Do you guys have the Ninja Turtles? I wanted to show the samples for the pins, and let me look real quick to see if I have like on hand the sample that you guys sent me recently. I probably don't. It's probably in my email. But needless to say, these pins are going to be amazing. And I know you guys like just love pins because I sent you like at the audience, talking to the audience directly, but I sent these guys, you know, here's the artwork that I wanted. And it was just like really basic and like essentially a text message and some shitty artwork. And then what they sent me back, like, here's the proof. What do you think about this? And it's like mind blown, like zoom in, zoom out, like cue the bass effect, bass boost, like it's super nice, you know. Like, so for example, just if you're
what I'm dealing with, I know what I'm dealing with, Reezy. I want to come correct, you know, like
dude,
you have a lot of contacts and you deal with a lot of pin companies. So for us to stand out when I'm pitching you,
right.
You know, I want the people that purchase your pins to be walking billboards for you know, Reezy Resells, and that's the approach we take.
Dude, these pins are going to be so nice, guys. So just dropping it right now, first announcement, and you don't even get to see it yet, but I just purchased 100 limited edition of 4 different pins. They're going to be stamped and numbered units of 100 on the back, Reezy Resells times Pinlounge. And one of them is the Reezy pin, which, to put it into perspective, I literally sent just the Reezy text with Follow the Hustle on an orange background. And what he sent me back is like, it looks like a Reese's package of Reese's, and it says like where it would say the weight of the candy bar, it says 24.7365 hustle, like leave the pack. Like, it's insane. So I'm super excited to share these with you guys. And it just showed me like, you know, you guys are definitely into it. You love doing it. Like, your creativity is there. Like, you're going to go far with this, but
thank you so much.
Let's like rewind a little bit before we get overly excited. And like, how did you guys get into pins? Like, how did it even start? How did the obsession begin? And then all the way. And then at what point were you like, let's like call this something, or like, let's make our own pins, or like, let's just start from the beginning.
You want to go first?
Yeah, I'll set it up. So basically, for anyone out there that doesn't know us, which is everyone, we're Pinlounge, and with Tony and Chris, and we actually, we're husband and wife. We got married at Disney World at the Grand Floridian, the whole shebang.
Congratulations!
Oh, thank you.
I respect that. That's awesome.
Yeah, we went to the. If anybody's interested in going down that route, you can either DM us. We'll give you some tips. But you go to the wedding convention. They have this huge wedding convention where they really show you how they take you from point A to point Z and the wedding thing. Anyway, we went to that. We fell in love with it. We ended up going with them. And around that time, we got engaged there, and we started pin collecting. You know, Disney.
You have the lanyards.
I love it. I do it. I do it all day. If you're listening and you don't know about, if you're listening or watching and you don't know about pin trading or collecting at Disneyland, it's one of the coolest things you can do. And it's very affordable. Invest $50 or $100 buying some second pins off of eBay, and then just go nuts trading them in the park. The workers have to trade with you. The stores have to trade with you. And it's just super fun. So you guys are like me, you know, you're trading pins, running around, being a kid in the parks.
And we start to see like there's this culture where people are creating these fantasy pins, and that leads us to our first pin. She'll tell you about our first pin.
I was running a blog at the time, Disney-based blog, all things Disney, pretty much, like from Disneyland Paris, Disney Sea, Disney World, and I created, this was my logo. It was a glove, a Mickey glove.
Just a glove, you know. Just
okay.
And so I just decided to do giveaways with this, and
so that was the very first pin you ever made.
That was the first pin. We were like, we don't find any gloves that are kind of the
puffy hand.
How many did you make?
50?
Yeah, like
100? Yeah.
We started in Etsy, and they started to move.
That's actually strange, because now that's like a popular style of pin. Disney makes those. Tons of them.
At the time, they started searching in the right place.
And then simultaneously, he was creating something.
And I'm a big hip hop fan. I'm a big hip hop head. I'm a big sneaker head. So, and a big Yankee fan and a Ranger fan. But I created this hipster Jay-Z.
Oh, nice.
This is Jay-Z. In 2009, the Yankees won the World Series, and a lot of people. He was with A-Rod was with Kate Hudson at the time, and Jay-Z was sitting in the crowd, and he had these big glasses on. It's a really well-known meme in New York. So I figured, let's do a little mini Jay-Z, and those started to move. And we were like, ding.
Where were you selling them at the time?
Etsy and a few on eBay.
So was it branded at the time, or was it just let's put them in an Etsy store and it was called, you know, whatever your last name or whatever?
Yeah, I had an Etsy for the blog that we both decided, okay, you know what, let's create something together because we were getting so into pins. We were like, you know what, there's pins that we don't see that we want to make. So we came up with the name Pinlounge, created an Etsy. I collabed mine with what we created.
We kind of started building it.
Yeah.
That was 2 years ago this April. So that was just 2 years
ago.
Awesome. That's so cool. The internet is so amazing. And
is.
so then you guys threw some money in, and at first was it like we're making money, or was it like, oh, we made our money back and we still have like 25 or 50 pins, or like how did that go? Like at what point did you guys go like, wow, this might be more than just fun?
So it wasn't until we created our first Disney themed coffee cup, which is we have a whole mess of these now.
And I love you guys do everything right. The designs are good, the packaging's good.
So this is when we started doing volume with this little guy right here. So you know that when you have one moving, the rest of the catalog starts to move.
Right, and so if you're listening, the one that he just showed right now, and what you're saying is like your first pin that maybe went viral and took off well for you guys,
right?
Which is it's like a
coffee.
It's a Starbucks parody Disney coffee cup series with ears on top of the cups.
It's the green dot, and we found that a lot of people on Main Street, or even in Disneyland and Disneyland Paris, everybody gets up for the morning to go to that park and they grab their cup of coffee, whether it's Joffrey's or it's Starbucks you want, it's synonymous. So we did this, it was her idea, we did this little guy right here, and that's when we started to see the views spike and people actually start to buy this little guy, and that's when we started thinking different.
And how were you at the time, and we can talk about how you're doing it now as well, but advertising, getting the word out. I know you guys go to conventions and stuff, but how do you get the word out besides that?
We were just using the Instagram in the beginning for a lot. We created the Twitter then. We were using that. But I think we were pretty heavily relying on Instagram. You were creating ads.
Yeah, so I was running the Instagram ad platform and Facebook is much better than it was 2 years ago. Obviously, it just evolves every day. But I actually tried out the Etsy ad platform. And I found that in the beginning that was working a bit for us, which a lot of people, downplay that.
I mean, I use Etsy promoted listings in my print-on-demand store, and it's actually really easy. And I learned a ton about search engine optimization and stuff through there. But so it's like you were making sales based on just saying like, Disney pin, whatever pin, right?
Disney pin, Disney World,
coffee,
right?
And then I'm just a maniac. I just DM everybody that has a Disney picture, and I just say, "Hey, listen, we'll send you out a bunch." There's a bunch of that inventory that you have to just kind of check off to promo.
Right.
So we send the packages, we pay for the shipping, and before you know it, you keep working hard, and these things pop up in funny places.
Right. So how much of your focus is that, like? Working with influencers or sending stuff out, is it?
Yeah.
Like, are you sending stuff out almost every day?
I would say it's like 20% of the marketing budget goes to dealing with tastemakers.
And are you paying for that at all, or are you only doing free product?
It's funny with pins. People tend to just want the pin.
Yeah.
Because they like it, right?
Any other business I've ever done, t-shirts, anything that's like, yeah, dude, that's going to be $25 for the post. Now, there's certain people that you have to pay. They have their business model. But people that don't expect to be hit up by a pin company, a lot of the time they're like, yeah, I'm going to need one of those, though. I'm like, dude. That's
right, yeah. No, I mean, I get it because I charge, a couple grand for an ad on a video, but I just said I'd do a video for a camera gear company because they sent me something that was like a little under $300, but it's like, I want camera companies to send me stuff. You know what I mean? And that's cool because I'm like, oh, camera companies are sending me stuff now. You know what I mean? So it's like when you like the product, your price is cheaper.
Yeah.
That's definitely cool. So how much money do you guys have tied up in your pin inventory?
Oh my goodness.
I'm trying to think right now.
Yeah.
Roughly.
we do our inventory. We do our inventory through Shopify, and then we build it through ShipStation. So so it kind of keeps track.
And that's the main place that you sell through is your Shopify, right?
Right, because you could kind of cross it over.
And that's linked in with your Instagram and Facebook,
Everything.
correct?
Yes.
Correct.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, and you get a lot of traffic to your Shopify store comes through Instagram, through the shoppable posts.
We've been doing that now that we have the swipe up option on Instagram, because now we could swipe up straight to our Shopify or Pinlounge.com.
For anyone that doesn't know, that's 10,000.
10,000 followers. When you hit 10,
you get the
swipe up. Instead of doing the tag product to Etsy, I think the fees are much better in Shopify too than Etsy. But Etsy has a lot of traffic, so we'll always be on that platform.
Yeah. So
I don't care what you sell, if you can sell it on Etsy, and you're not, you played yourself, because there's so much traffic. I think for a long time it was seen as like only the crafts place, and then it kind of has like a view as seen as like, oh, it's just for chicks. But like, no, it's like more and more, you know. They just recently allowed, you know, what it was, just handmade and vintage, and now they allow like print on demand and other stuff. So, you know, you could sell posters and shirts and, you know, whatever. You know, people are like, would you sell this Game Boy on eBay for like $18, or you sell it on Etsy for like, you know, $34 because someone just was on Etsy and was like, damn, I need a Game Boy with Tetris. You know what I mean? Like,
I agree.
They were looking at a Tetris shirt. They weren't looking for a Game Boy, you know, and then boom.
And when you search on Google, I mean, if it's available, it's going to pop up on anywhere that it's available anyway. So you'll get that Etsy link if you type in the right thing. A lot of
it's because it's getting indexed by Google. You're exactly right.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah,
for sure.
And I'll answer your question about inventory.
Do you guys do any Pinterest marketing at all?
We do. Yes.
That's what I was going to say. You know, the couple that you interviewed the other day, we actually watched that interview together.
The sneaker.
Okay.
They were, I forget the name. I want to give them
like just last night, right? West Coast Goods?
No.
It was Ryan.
Rally Roots?
No, it was their names together. They were so nice.
Yeah, Ryan and Allie. Rally Roots.
Ryan and Allie.
Yes.
Here and again, big up Poshmark, which we've been using to buy like whatever, you know, bags and stuff, whatever we've been using.
Right.
We were like, okay, we got to get on there. And I've just been studying it, and it's a whole different ballgame. So we're going to be launching our Poshmark, and they have a direct connect to Pinterest where it's formatted for Pinterest and everything. So that'll kill two birds, one stone when we start heavy on the Poshmark.
Nice. Yeah, that's awesome, man. More platforms, more profits.
Places. They just shop in one specific place.
Yeah, hey, you never know. So check this out. I have a 19-year-old daughter, and I've been doing this social media thing pretty heavy for like 3 years, and I'm fascinated by it. So like when she would come over with her friends, I study group them. You know, I'm like, all right, everyone, pull your phone out. I want to see what are the apps on your front screen. Like, what are you using? You know, is Snapchat still cool? And it's interesting to hear what's going on, or like, my daughter buys something from Etsy, and I'm like, okay, you bought something from Etsy? Weird. And then she buys something from Poshmark, and then she buys something from Redbubble. And then I was like, why do you keep buying stuff from all these random websites? Because to me, those are like not the first tier of places where you buy stuff. You know, I would say eBay, Amazon, you know, and she'll buy stuff from Etsy too. But I'm like, why does she never buy anything from eBay or Amazon? And so I drilled into it, and it's like, okay, well, some of these websites don't have guest checkout. So eBay has guest checkout, but it's not as easy as like these other websites, right? Amazon doesn't have guest checkout, I don't believe, not that I know of.
I don't think so either.
If you look at like Etsy or Poshmark or Redbubble, they all support Apple Pay on checkout, and they all take debit cards, not just credit cards, or not make you link a bank account. So it's like, can you imagine you're like a teenager, you're 18, you have a bank account and a debit card, but you don't have a credit card. And you kind of want those shorts you just saw right now on Instagram, and you like click on it. And if you could buy it in the next 40 seconds by putting your finger on your home button, you're going to buy it. But if you click on it to buy it, and you have to make an account, and like, it just doesn't go through, you know? So I like work these things backwards, and I'm like, man, this is why it's important to be on these little everywhere, because you never know the psychology of the buyer, you know, or like where they're hanging out or why, you know? It's crazy to me to think, what do you mean there's something you want, but you don't want it that bad, you know? And then I think, oh, these are the same type of people that like every time they have to make a new a website account somewhere, they need a new email because they forgot their password. They're like,
yeah, right.
Sure.
Yeah, or you never use the account again just because you wanted to check out that one product.
Yeah,
It's
right.
That's why that link tree. I want to move to that as well. I see a lot of people doing that because that'll give people the options of whatever their favorite platform is. We're there. We're there for you. Our same
right, and you're in marketing. You said too, so you probably have your link tree set up on the pro version, right? Where you get to like you put the Facebook pixel on it and everything.
Well, we've been pushing everything straight to pinlounge.com, but we are finding, and the Etsy kind of has our baked-in people that follow us on there. We got a couple thousand people that whenever we post a message, people are on it. New pin, people are on it. So eventually, I want to start directing people once we get the Poshmark up to saying, all right, this is where you can find all of our different links, and then I gotta pick your brain on the Amazon thing too, which is a whole another ball game.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, you don't want to do some of the pins that you're making now on Amazon. I can tell you that much.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, we have some original drawings that we have up there now. So
but you guys, honestly, you have like a marketing background and you have good brand equity. Like for my positioning, I mean, it might just be that banner in the background, and like after the show's over, it all falls down. I don't know, but it looks good to me from this side. So I would say you guys probably stand a good chance to maybe get like licensing for brands to make pins for them. Because the way I see it is like you guys are like a really good package. It's not just, we're Pinlounge and there's our branding and we make good pins. You guys are cool people. You're a family couple. You got your artists, pins. You really know pins. Like I really trust when you make my pins that they're going to be like the dopest. Like when you told me you're like, oh, this part right here, we have to screen print it. And I was like, is that the best way to do it? And you're like, yeah, it's gonna be the best way to do it. It's too small.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, because you don't know, you might work with a company that just takes your word for it and then makes it, and then it comes out super crappy, and it's a big customer service thing, and it's like they just didn't know. You know what I mean? They didn't put that love into it.
Well, if we're putting our name on it, if we put our name on it, I'll send those back. I'll eat that, because I like.
And we have done that before too. We've done a big order with the company, and we're like.
Yeah, so we have to eat those. We want to make sure that people are happy. They come back, and when you represent your brand, you're messing with Pinlounge, that that you're giving that to somebody in there. They're really thinking about your brand positively. We to speak on the licensing stuff. We recently we're like on our like 4th or 5th license now, and that all happened in 2019. Not just collabs, but actually all rights reserved with certain brands, and we're looking to do that in a big way.
Can you share that at all? Any of those licensees?
So we did something with the Hilton Garden Inn, and we'll show you what we did. So we did these.
I love it. You guys are all prepared. This is so awesome.
Yeah.
That's you? Is that you?
Yeah. Right? I got a whole thing going on over here.
Good. Those are cool.
Yeah, we
started.
We did something with New York Magazine.
Oh yeah. That one I have.
We did a art event where they handed out
with Levi's. They did like a little ticket with our pin on it. Every ticket that they give out for the event, you got one of our pins. It's just a black square and it says New York. Their New York Mag font. It's really dope.
Yeah. Do you guys live in New York?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. I'm putting it all together because it's like New York, and I know you guys did the Yankees thing. So let's talk about that.
Yeah.
So, what do you want to talk about New York? Have you been out here? You're gonna come visit? What's up?
I have. I'm actually going to be in the area. I'm going to do a meetup September 23rd. So I'll be there that day. I might be there also the day before or also the day after. I won't likely fly in and fly out on the same day. So I'm going to do a meetup like one of those 3 days. It's like, it's either going to be Sunday, Monday, or Tuesday. I think it'll be the evening on Monday, September the 23rd. So if you guys want to come out, that'll be pretty cool.
That sounds cool.
We definitely have to lock.
Yeah, I love New York, but I was talking about you guys doing the front row Yankees, the promo thing you guys did with the shirts.
Yeah, we are not only with the pens, but we're actually trying to do more viral videos, and we're just here concocting crazy ideas of things we can do to get the brand name out.
Right.
A lot of the times I drag her into my nonsense, but she dragged me into hers as well. Let's be real. But so this particular thing, I monitor the tickets all the time, and I found that the most expensive seat in the park, Harmon Lounge. It's
Behind
most
one plate.
exclusive where J-Lo and A-Rod hang out. It's the first row right behind home plate. I was able to snag a couple of those.
What was that cost?
I think I paid $1,400 for 2.
Sounds like a business expense.
It sounds like a write-off to me.
It does. And so you showed up wearing, and you know, by the way, this banner is like yellowish, but I kind of have like an inconsistency in my brand going with like this yellow and your yellow. But I promise you, I use that actual yellow that's in your logo. That like yellow. I don't know what number it is.
And I don't just know that. I don't know. I just know it's a better yellow only because I read something that it's a better yellow, not because I think it or anything.
Yeah. No. This is just this is kind of annoying. It's like hard on the eyes. This is literally like this is literally like 255 pure yellow. And then yours is
your backing card is like a closer yellow to this, so it's gonna pop.
Right. No. I'm excited. Yeah. Sorry, so you guys showed up wearing your orangish, yellowish shirts, decked out in the brand.
Yeah.
And did you get on the Jumbotron?
Yes.
The whole game. The whole day, people were asking to take pictures with us on the way out. Like, oh, the 2 yellow. What company is that? It was actually
we were getting stopped a lot. Like, Pinlounge, what's Pinlounge? Pulls out a business card. Here, check this out. Free shipping.
Boom. You're not in business if you don't have a business card.
Everybody out there that has businesses, do this with your local sports teams because it's worth its weight in gold. Do you know that the website hits were spiking whenever we would be on TV? You would see people visit the website. And I'm like, now I get it. I was like, Geico's probably paying
they're so pissed.
$50,000 for the inning to just, to be up when our judge is up. And I'm here,
right,
an asshole, with Pinlounge right now. Like, let me tell you, they weren't happy with us.
I don't think so.
Shout out to the New York Yankees, but they were not happy with us.
They showed up and talked to you, came up to your seats, or what?
They did. They couldn't tell us to change or anything.
Yeah.
But they were like,
security was like, we just want to know, can we see your tickets? Like, at least 4 times. We're like, hey, we're here. We're wearing the brightest yellow shirts, but these are.
If we were gonna sneak in, these aren't the shirts we were gonna wear.
We would be wearing exactly.
No, exactly. And you know what the funniest part is? So I got these tickets on the secondhand market, and he goes, yeah, the reason why we keep coming up and asking you for the tickets because these are Mr. Modell's tickets. We had Modell, the owner of Modell. We had his tickets.
Wow, and you got them like off StubHub or something.
Yeah, I got them from I think one of the sites.
And like his.
That's why they were so.
Their assistant, put the tickets on StubHub.
So if you guys want to check out that video, you can go to the YouTube.
It's on your YouTube.
Yeah.
What's your guys' YouTube, by the way? Justin wants to know. Just Pinlounge on YouTube.
Yeah, so you'll see.
And so you guys do a mix of, it's not just for Pinlounge, right? You guys do like personal vlogging or travel stuff, or what?
We tend to like to travel as much as we can also. So we just threw that in so people, I guess, understand who we are as well.
No, it's good.
We like
to be personal a little bit.
And Laid Back Pins by Tony and Chris. So what we do is everything is around.
Wait. What'd you say about Laid Back Pins? Because that sounds familiar to me.
Laid Back
Pins by Tony and Chris.
Oh, okay. Why do I know Laid Back Pins? Did you guys used to have it say Laid Back Pins instead of Pinlounge? I feel like I know you guys by that name.
We had shirts that said Laid Back Pins, and people were like, oh, Laid Back Pins. And I love that because that's like a double entendre branding thing to me in my mind. Yeah. That's working. That's beautiful. So we just the slogan is Laid Back Pins by Tony and Chris.
Right.
So whatever we do is like when we do vlogging, it's like, it's all based around about like what we do and where we are promoting and that sort of thing.
Right. Yeah. But it's cool, man, because it's like, I think it's cool because that's the thing that separates you from everyone else that's selling pins, besides, the fact that you make cool pins that are quality break. All that stuff's after, people actually want to do business with you. But it's like, oh, they're a cool couple. Oh, he's into Disneyland. They're into Disneyland. Like, I want to buy from them, or they look like me. He wears baseball caps like me, like, what hat are you wearing? That's my sports team, like, whatever. Like if you're a realtor and you're on Instagram, don't just show houses that you're selling. You know what I mean? Because show enough, one or two or three, maybe of every 9 pictures is a house. So they know you're a realtor. But on the other things show, you know, you're playing with your kids, you know, maybe you went to a concert, you know, and then you show yourself at the concert, and then people are like, well, he's at a Tech Nine concert. I like Tech Nine. Like, I'm buying a house from that guy. You know what I mean? Or he take his kids to the park. You know, his kids play soccer. He's a soccer dad. I'm buying from him. You know what I mean? It's all this stuff that you don't think about because we're really, with the internet, we're back to like 1930s, like small town marketing. You know what I mean? Like we can reach big, but it really is this small town thing. Like, come in, would you like some Kool-Aid? You know what I mean? Like,
it's so interesting the direction it's going. What were you gonna say?
Oh no, I was just gonna say you're right. We didn't want to just slam pins on your feed. I mean, I know that people are following you for pins or whatever it may be, but we were like, hey, you know, we're also trying to just be just kind of get to know each other too. And just let you know, like, hey, you know, we don't want to just sell you these pins, but we also want to just say, hey, what are you guys doing? You know, some interaction with you. That's why we love doing the expos so much, because we get to actually see the people face to face and, you know, see what they're about too. So
So how's this ever happened? You guys ever see people, your pins in the wild, like just on people, and you're like, yo, where'd you get that?
It happens a lot at the shows. I've yet to see one. We see them on the gram all the time.
A lot of people will tag,
I've yet to see it walking in the mall and then like someone wearing Blame Amazon or one of the lunchboxes. I'm waiting for that day.
But you were saying you do some promos, or like they end up in weird places. Like, who's like the biggest celebrity you've seen with one of your pins, or like where have they ended up? You know, like, or like you're like, someone sent us a picture from like Tokyo Disney with our pin, or like, you know, like what, like.
Dave Grohl's manager.
Yeah, Dave Grohl's manager purchased the Blame pin.
And he was giving it to,
I was like, yo, Dave Grohl loves this pin. I need one from. Like, I'll send it to. But we haven't seen him with it.
Right, we're just assuming.
We had a couple of people like Nicole Guerrero on YouTube. She's a huge makeup YouTube personality, and she did a vlog
on all
the cups and like displayed all the cups we sent her, and that was huge. We also were featured on Bustle. And Bustle, for anyone who doesn't know, it's like a huge women's blog owned by the same people that own Bleacher Report. And one day we're sitting at our kitchen table and we're having dinner, and we start getting a sale every 10 seconds.
It was just like crazy. It was crazy.
Dude, it was the most incredible thing you've ever seen. Like, my phone has never been blown up. It was like my song played on the radio. And dude, we were looking at each other like, what the F just happened? It was like, from Etsy and from the web, it was like, ba-ding, like literally no joke, ba-ding, 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 ba-ding,
like a little,
and I'm like,
so did you silence your phone, or did you just sit there and listen to it?
We just loved it. We were just like, what was it?
Marveled it. And I was like, we were like, so we searching. And
it's like a manhunt, like trying to find out who posted something.
We find it was a writer from Bustle that said, I love these coffee cups from Pinlounge.
She linked every one of them too. We were like,
on 2 million people on Facebook just linked just the link, and it was insane. And that was, you know, that was big for us.
It was huge.
It's wow. So you guys said that the business is the business still growing? Pin business. You're continually, you know, investing into more pins and more quantities and new pins and reordering more.
Yeah, we're actually venturing across. You said we're in the East Coast big, but we're actually venturing across to the West Coast now. We've done some collaborations for some companies out there recently, so we're spreading across the map. So
we find that California is a huge pin market because it's always nice. So I mean, people love pins in Cali. And
so you got to go out more. You're gonna wear your pins.
So we got to go out there. We have to, you know, partner up with these companies, go into these mom and pop shops and sell wholesale and hit the phones and knock on doors, and we got to do all the things that you talked about, that small town marketing that people once had to do. We got to do it again. You know, we got to continue to do it.
We've done like the fly out there on a Friday and then come back Saturday night or Sunday morning.
Sunday morning we do those
oh my God, it's crazy, but you got to do it. You know, so
So you guys are actually doing business to business now, right? Not just B2C. You're doing B2B, and you're selling the pins, the service of making pins, designing pins, everything. As you guys will see soon when my pins come out, it's all the products are going to be basically promotion for you guys because they're amazing. But when did you guys decide to do that? Why you know, are you worried about people taking your business? You know, just like, let's talk about that.
Like the make your own pins that we decided to
Yeah.
do. So got that handy. We decided to help people out. I guess to just, some people have their own ideas too, and
Right.
just, you know, I mean, there's a trust factor there, and we're not so, I guess,
I tell them all the time, I'm not worried about capitalism. If I have an idea, someone's going to steal it, and I'm going to come up with a new idea, and it's going to be the circle of life. It's going to be
I love you for that, bro. Speaking of the circle of life, I'm about to go see that.
Take my shit. I don't care.
Dude,
my shit.
Speaking of the circle of life, I'm going to go see the new Lion King tonight. I'm super excited. But I love that mentality, you know, because that's what it's all about. It's all about abundance. Everyone's worried about their idea. They're literally going to shrivel up and die while they try to hold their idea back, and they're never going to do it. And I'm like you, where I'm like, man, I'll come up with a million ideas in the next 30 minutes. And so it's like, I want to give them away because I want people to steal them, because I want to like see them come to life. Like, I know I'm not going to do it. There's too many of them. You know what I mean? Like, so let's just, you know.
Like Patrice O'Neal, the comedian, right, rest in peace. He had a line. He was like, somebody steals my idea because they needed it more than me.
Yep.
Exactly.
No, that's funny. And it's real. It's real, man. But like, you know, it's marketing and branding. It's not just putting something out there. You know what I mean? Like, and I'm assuming you guys aren't doing that just to be good Samaritans. You're also making money off that too. So like, if it works for you and it works for other people and it's creating promo for you guys, like even if it's, you know, way less margin than, you know, selling the pins yourself, or maybe even if it was break even, it's a killer promo tool for you guys. It makes you look really good in the pin community. That's for sure.
As far as you're talking about the make your own pins,
right?
Yeah, because it, you know what I mean. Whether, you know, even I think about it now, and I'm like, oh, even if it was like break even, then you're just basically buying really free marketing, because you have no idea. X Factor is unlimited on who or what you're going to make pins for. You could be making pins for Eminem. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Yeah, it all depends on, you know, the cool thing is if anybody wants to get their own pins made, they can go to we get great prices with the amount of pins that we make. So I mean, we have these factories on call where we can get you a better price. But what's good is
quality, that, and they know their shit. So
yeah, we're not going to send you some crap. So even if we'll give you a couple of different options depending on what you want to do. But the cool thing is that we'll make the pins, and we can kind of pick and choose. Like if we're swamped and it's just something that some people will hit us, they want one pin of their dog. Like, you know, we're not going to get out of bed for something like that, even though we'd love to if we had the machine.
But it's just too expensive.
It's too expensive. So a lot of the connections that we've received have come from this form on our website. You can go and fill it out. There's a couple options there. And some big companies actually have visited the website and ordered their corporate pins through our website, and the margins on that are a lot better because there's volume. You know, it doesn't help us to do 50, but we will do weddings and stuff for people to help them out.
Right. So I mean, you guys are gonna, you know, you're gonna open that email up one day, and you're just gonna be like, "Oh my God, you won't believe you ordered some pins." You're gonna like run around the office. You know what I mean? It's like
we've had that just recently. I don't know if we could say the name yet.
Yeah, we're right. So we partner with a big West Coast company that we're going to be doing all their pin SKUs for.
No, that's really cool.
Yeah, it's exciting.
That's it's super exciting. I love pins. Everybody loves pins. I think it's a good market. It's like t-shirts, kind of. You know what I mean? Like everyone, you don't need a pin like you need a t-shirt, but like you don't need a novelty t-shirt anyways, you know. But pins, you know, like I have a nice. You guys wouldn't believe how sick this leather, this jean jacket is. One of my followers found it at the Goodwill for like $10, and they could have sold it for like $200, but instead they mailed it to me, and it's embroidered with the Incredibles logo on the front, and then on the back it says Pixar, like shoulder to shoulder.
Wow!
And I got it like you know, I know people that work for Disney, and they like sent him pictures and looked at it, and so it was a parting. It was like when they wrapped on the Incredibles in '95 or whatever, or '90, whenever. Everyone who was on the cast got one of these jackets. Like it was a gift to cast members. And someone, you know, gave it away, left it in a closet, donated it. Maybe there was extras. I don't know. But somehow this $200 to $300 Pixar, Incredibles, Disney cast member jacket. Ended up at Goodwill, and then someone, bless their heart, I don't know their name offhand, but thank you, sent it to me, and I like, dude, I put that thing on, and then I put on the all red Incredibles shirt, and then the all red Incredibles hat, and now I'm starting to put pins on it, like just only the best ones with lockbacks on them. Like, I want this jacket to weigh like 35 pounds, man. Like, I want to come through feeling like the Shredder. You know what I mean? Like, ching, 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 ching.
That jacket got to you worth $200. It's gonna leave you worth like $1,500.
Dude, I'm telling you, man. And you guys are from New York, but you guys been to Disneyland a bunch, I'd imagine, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So there's a dude, shout out Grumpy Pin Trader. You guys might even know him in the pin trading community, Grumpy Pin Trader.
Yeah.
On Instagram, but also just in real life. He's just an older dude, like one of the older dudes in the pin trading community, and he just got like the thickest jacket. You know what I mean? Just more pins than jacket, you know. And then he'll sit down on the bench and he'll take over 2 whole benches with pins on display. You know, just sit there waiting for people to come up to trade.
That's what we see at the conventions. People just loaded with.
He's probably like a Cali favorite, right?
Yeah.
Like a known Cali guy.
Yeah.
This guy, right? The guy you're talking about.
Yeah.
Let's see somewhere. Jason says, checking out the website now. So many great designs. I feel like I've seen a lot of people collecting pins. Is that a thing? I feel like everyone puts them on jean jackets. Is there a Pinlounge jean jacket?
Ooh.
Yeah, we talked about staying within the realm because we kind of did brand ourselves as pins. You know, it's not like a name that can be other things, and I don't think we want it to be at this point. But we talked about doing things that cross over, getting into different things like earrings and getting into different things like clothing and shirts.
Right. Oh, I just sold a shirt on Amazon. Sorry.
Isn't that weird that I just said shirt as you said in the shirt?
Wow.
No, but it's cool though. I could see the Pinlounge jean jacket, like at least get a couple for you guys to wear. I mean, I don't know if you are into it like I am, but like they're on some like Hell's Angels, we're badass, but we're Disney fans jackets. You know what I mean? And you have your like Disney, not a motorcycle. It's like a motorcycle club, but it's not. It's a Disney club, and you got like biker jackets and stuff.
Yeah. We're thinking of doing like some subsidiary company of Pinlounge, so we can do a little bit of branch out. We're gonna definitely need to get some people on the team at that point. But that is something that we definitely have in the works. And you got to see our jean jackets. We should have put them on, but we have pins everywhere.
Oh,
it's
nice,
crazy.
nice. I want to see a picture. So
I'm definitely gonna have to show you.
You guys said you were on the way towards, I guess what you would say, financial freedom, working for yourself, right? Is that like a goal? You guys do want to leave your jobs and do all of your work just for yourself on Pinlounge and whatever else?
Yeah, I mean, it's. You meet this crossroads where if you're successful in the corporate world, you have to decide what percentage you can make up if you did it full time. So you have to weigh those options, and it's a difficult decision to make, especially if you spent years prior to starting a company building equity within a company and building name recognition. So
and decide, what is it going to cost more? What is it? Will you take less, to have more freedom? My answer would be yes, for sure. But it's just, what's that number for you? I know people that, made over $200,000 a year that quit those jobs to come be resellers. And I was like, wow, you got balls, bro. I don't know if I would have ever left that world, like.
Yeah.
So
it's tough.
Not to get too much into the numbers, but it's like it's one of those things that I have in my mind. It's like a vision board, which is not really a vision board. It's just like a little note in my notepad on my iPhone.
Right.
But like I have these metrics that I want to hit for me to be able to do that, and I know she probably does as well. But like I said, it would be great if one of us can at least do it right now. That would be a baby step, and then give the other one courage enough to just go cold turkey.
Yeah, especially if if one of you has a much better job or likes your job much more or has more freedom, and then you can keep the insurance, for the other one through because it's not cheap. Mm-hmm. It's like $5 bills a month, $5 bills a month per person for terrible insurance. you know, for like
Okay,
full
right.
full pay, you know, $5,000 deductible. I know because I have that insurance. My kids have good insurance, but I have terrible insurance.
You have to weigh all the options. You know, I have people that
Yeah.
sometimes they come to me at my other job and they come to me, I'm going to make 20 grand more, and I start just breaking down why they're actually losing 5 grand.
So you think that's realistic? In the next year, one of you guys can pull away to do Pinlounge entirely?
Yeah,
I think so.
Depends on what happens. But I think we can probably, if we wanted to, we could probably do it now. It's just a matter of taking that leap. We were just talking.
Right.
We had a convention in Portland, and we were talking to somebody who had just quit their job, and they were doing that. They were like, "Do it, come on."
it.
I'm like,
There's a
"Come
few
on,
people, yeah.
That's good peer pressure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great. I mean, I just and listen, you know, it's you create your own luck, and if you hustle, you'll do well. And
Right. I mean, I always tell everyone you can always get a job, you know, especially if you're good at what you do and you've demonstrated that in the past and you leave on good terms. When you leave, they should be begging you to stay. And then you're like, I got to try this, man. I got to try. Might not work, you know, and I'll see you then if it doesn't, but I got to try this. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because, you know, it's like we can't live that hall pass life where you have to ask for a hall pass every time you want to, you know, go to Paris or go to Italy or whatever, you know what I mean? Like, oh, sorry, can't go to your wedding in Italy. Just got back from Paris. Why didn't you tell me, you know, 6 months ago?
Yeah.
No. Okay, cool. We can do it. You know, I'm going to have to grind a little harder, but we can do it, you know? So
But
that's amazing,
people
though.
get to the top. People get to the top and fall asleep too. So, you know, you have to have that same intensity and drive that you had when you first started. And sometimes, you know, people lose that when, there's a reason why, you know, some of these things, they weigh it out and they give you a couple of weeks or 4 weeks at a corporate world because, you know, if you were having your day job and you were on vacation every day, you wouldn't be making money either. So it's like some people weigh it differently, but at least you have that freedom to decide, you know, what you want to do.
But to go from, you know, from zero to being able to possibly quit both of your jobs in, you know, 2 years and, you know, probably definitely 1 and 3 and maybe both in under 4 from zero, you know, from what, relatively small investment, probably 100 pins, your first investment, you know, like turned into 200 pins to 400, like just keep flipping your capital or whatever, just banging it out on social media. And you're going to get the American dream from 0 to 4 years for essentially free from your time, banging it on social media and very low capital investment, doing something you enjoy doing.
Just to put in perspective for everyone, because you asked me the question earlier, we have a few $100,000 in inventory, and that's only in 2 years just by us scaling up. So, you know, it could be done. You just have to, when you're making money and you have a popular SKU, whether depending on what you're selling, doesn't matter what you're selling. You just got to scale it up, invest in yourself and invest in your company, and it'll pay off because you're going to come up with better ideas and people are going to continue to want to, you know, buy from you. And
that's awesome. I had no idea you guys had that much inventory. So that leads me to the next question, which is how many orders are you shipping a day?
It depends on the day. There's during Christmas
do you
time,
ship every day or do you ship 5 days a week?
We ship every day.
Okay. Yeah. And so on average, how many orders, like right now, like not during a rush or anything?
I don't know, like, what do you think?
I don't know, like I would say today we did like 50 something orders.
That's amazing.
Yeah, but holidays,
awesome.
But holidays, like we went to Utah and swam in the snow and stuff. It was so romantic. But we went to Utah on Black Friday, and bro, it was the best. It's like the life you're talking about when you're on vacation, you're just making money and that
ran a promotion.
We ran a promo like 30% off, and we had some hot new items, and that thing was going off. And I think we were doing for the Black Friday weekend, we were doing like 200 orders a day for 3 days, or 250 orders a day for 3 days. You know, just with that sale on 3 days.
Wow.
And that's and that's the kind of movement you can do. You know?
That's awesome. Yeah. That is so cool. Crazy. I am so impressed, guys. Congratulations.
We're impressed with you, man. We need to learn from you, man.
Yeah.
Dude, well, I'm an open book. I will share anything with you guys, and looking forward to. You guys know you're my official pin provider now. I don't make pins anywhere else. Unless you guys screw this up, but I don't see that happening. So
no, we won't.
No, man, listen, we'll eat it. We'll do it.
I'm so excited, and that's another cool thing about the concept of you guys selling the service of making pins for people is like, look, it's it's easy for you. It's painless. Literally text me what you want in the picture or whatever. And like, I don't know if you're facilitating me more because I have no time or whatever, but like, it's going to be good. You're not going to ship crap. You're going to inspect it. Like I say, I want it like this. And you go, no. You can't do that like that. You do it like this. It'll be the best. Trust me. And it just comes out good and it's good. I don't have to worry about, I ordered pins from another company. I'm not going to say their name, and they did a couple orders good. And then one came and like there was a lot of enamel, like large pockets, and it just wasn't smooth. It was very like wavy, and there was pocks every once in a while, had some like little pin pricks and like up or down pricks, and I got tired of like, I was like, 45 of these aren't good. And so they send me another 100, and then 45 of those aren't good, and then I'm just like, I spent so much time going through to see which ones were good enough to ship to the customer or not, and so.
And then what do you do with those, right? It's like
give them away, and hopefully in a dark alley, give them away in a dark bar. Like, here you go,
melt
thanks,
them
bye.
down and
like we don't even
sell them metal.
Seconds. Like there's a lot of companies.
We
gotta
won't.
make your money. They sell seconds. Like we don't sell seconds.
Yeah, people have asked us.
People ask us, you don't have any pins where your Olmec guys don't light up, and we're like, no, we're not gonna send you. We're not gonna send you a Olmec.
Yeah.
What are some of the cool stuff you guys do? Or like, let's talk about that, because like you had to learn a lot about pins, right? Like, I imagine you've bought pins. You've dealt with good suppliers, whack suppliers, people charging you too much, people who can do this, people who can't do that.
Yeah,
like, well, how do you? They're like, I don't know what you're talking about. You got to show them a picture of another Disney pin to be like this, dude. Someone's doing it. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, dude. Like it's so crazy because you don't know what you don't know. Like some of the nostalgia stuff people are into, and like like Fortnite and the stuff like you were talking about, where the kids are into now. It's like we love to do things in the realm of some of the new stuff, and but sometimes you just don't know what's hot. So what I try to do is just ride the waves, and I try to ride the pop culture stuff that her and I know, and then people in my circle know. So we kind of ride those waves in addition to the Disney stuff. But like she sees me like I sometimes I'm trying to get a post up during a wave, like a particular wave, so fast, like my hands are shaking from how much I know how important it is to get something up within an hour. When someone that it's gonna determine whether or not I sell 50 of these or like 5 of these if I wait till the morning. That's how you ride these different like hashtags and different.
Have you ever pre-sold a pin?
Yeah, we pre-sold Blame Amazon.
Okay, cool. So then you can actually sell. You guys are good with your artwork, so your mock-up probably looks almost like a real photo, anyways.
Yeah, and I want to. Some of these people like make it look like a cool pin before. I got to figure out how to do that. I have an app, but it only works when you do it with simple flat vectorized
enamel generator
art. Some people do it with whatever the design is. They can make that shit look like a really cool pin before it's a pin. So I got to figure out how to do that. But we do what we can. We put the artwork up, some shadows, and
you got like you said, you got ones with batteries with blinky eyes. You got like 2 layers,
sliders.
You got secret window sliders, spinnies,
glow in the dark.
We do chain pins.
Our physical challenge double dare pin is
glow in the dark.
A CS chain.
You guys don't have kids, do you?
No.
But I bet all the kids love you guys, right? Like friends and family, like people get pins as gifts.
Yeah, we've even done I've created a bunch of custom pin boards for family members. So they're getting all that plus some extra pins on it. So yeah, you're getting pins for Christmas.
You're getting pins. You might get a little something with it. But you'll get
Let me guess what you're getting for Christmas. Pins.
So here's our new pins.
Yeah, it sounds like I had 120 water bottles made. Reezy Resells water bottles, limited, and I numbered them and everything. And it was like, yeah, you're getting water bottles for Christmas. And I was like, I had to reason with myself, and I was like, maybe I can't sell these water bottles. They were like Hydro Flask, 40-ounce bottles, right? And so they're cool.
Oh, wow.
And I was like, well, I guess I'll have, they're all gone now, but I was like, I'll have one for the rest of my life, and everybody I know will get one for Christmas for the rest of my life. So there's that,
That's funny.
And we've had a few family members. Actually, one of our family members wanted us to do a wedding hashtag pin or a wedding pin, which we're in the works doing it now. So it comes in handy doing pins for our family too, for sure. So that's
It's
gonna
awesome.
be cool.
And it's cool to just be excited about it, right? Like,
yeah.
I don't see any like form of this business being non-exciting. I guess maybe packing orders, but I actually like packing orders because it's just simple. You know what I mean? It's like they got to go out. That's the last step before you actually before it's done. The money that you made from that person, like as long as it goes well, right? Like the last touch point, right?
It's a good problem to have. Let's be real. If you're getting orders and your biggest issues, my fingers hurt like from Happy Gilmore.
Oh my gosh.
Well, now your back's gonna hurt because you just pulled landscape. That was like Ben Stiller's first appearance.
His first role, and it was like, if that's your biggest problem, I mean, that's a good problem to have. If you get your little cousin in the ship. Come on.
Yep, definitely. Yeah. So I gotta ask, guys, with the logo, is there an actual Pinlounge couch coming in the future at some point?
We do have one.
We have one. We're not in our office. Well, the office is right here, and I can't bring you to the couch.
Well, what came first, the logo or the couch?
The logo, yes.
And then you got a couch that looks just like it with the same color.
Yes.
We had to get it imported from some country, right?
Forget.
Yeah, we had to get it in. They don't. Apparently, you can't find like a yellow couch in the same color that we like. Like you and I.
We had to get the color.
And we finally found that perfect yellow, and it came, and people can't believe it. They're like, "Whoa, you got a custom couch!" I'm like, "Nah, it's actually
right." Yeah, I got a regular yellow one from IKEA, and then my dog jumped on it, and I was like, "Man."
Yeah, we actually were like, we both decided, should we buy this one? And we're like, it's not the right one.
No, you shouldn't have. It sucks. IKEA sucks.
Yeah.
It's good. IKEA's good as long as you don't buy like your bed frame from it, because it's just gonna
fall apart. Yeah.
Like if you're not gonna sit on it, it's great.
IKEA is just amazing how they just
Dude, they took the game over.
You do all the work.
They did.
You do all the work. I'm just
yeah. Well, look at it. They totally disrupted a whole industry. And now, like there's plenty of like good, you can make it look good with IKEA, just like you said, don't, make it your daily driver.
Yeah.
You figure something. You need to figure out a room or a guest room.
That's it.
You get
right.
A few $100, you're done.
Awesome. Yeah. So what's on the horizon for you guys? Any new cool pins you guys are working on you can talk about, or any shows you're going to be at?
We got these Reezys dropping. You need to check out Resells.
All right, I'll give you guys here. I'll give you guys, the listeners, a little promo. So we got 4 pins we're gonna drop. One's gonna be the Scan Everything. That's a Sega Genesis parody. We got the Thrifter, like this one. They're all dope. So I'm not gonna say that one's dope. Then there's the Reezy candy bar logo. And then the 4th one is the new "If you ain't flipping, you're slipping" logo. So very excited. Like people I don't care. Like as soon as I make the money back on the pins, I'm not selling anymore. They're all mine. No one can have any. No, I'm just kidding. You know how I feel though, like because what's funny is it's limited to 100, but on the real there's actually only 90 available to the public because I'm gonna have to keep 10 of every one.
You gotta keep like 1 through 10.
Yeah, for myself, in case I lose one, in case I lose the second one, to give away to special people in the future.
In case some Hall of Fame one day needs some sort of thing to put in the window, like you're gonna need things.
If next time I pull up on Gary Vee in his office, I'm gonna be like, yo, I got you a set of 4, and all the numbers match. Like these are all number 7, lucky number 7.
Yes.
That's all you, Gary.
Yes.
You're gonna need that.
Yeah.
If not, yo, Reezy, call me on the low and make you a new number 7. That's all good.
Yeah, let's do it. We got it. Dude, awesome.
But, man, we got that. We got the iconic Kick series. So with Marcus Allen, he's a designer. We collab with him. So we're doing a bunch of different famous sneakers in movies and pop.
You guys should partner with K-Swiss and do the Gary Vee shoe lineup series.
Oh, that would be fire. This is the Chucky Finsters, and we got the first 3 in the line of Chucky, Bart, and Do the Right Thing. The scuff kicks from Do the Right Thing, the Jordan 4. So the first 3, they're moving. Once they're gone, and then we're gonna be dropping a bunch of different other
that are on the way here.
Another iconic.
You guys are into all the right cool stuff. You guys are doing the right thing.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Appreciate
I love
that.
it, man. I love it. I'm excited. I'm a customer. You guys just make that stuff where I'm just like, literally shut up and take my money. That's just how it goes. Like some stuff you might as well just put me on, it's like Marvel or like X-Men. I'm gonna see it. You know what I mean? Like if you guys make it might as well just charge me. Like I'm a sucker for all that cool stuff, man.
Us too. We're buyers of all these pen people. We love the stuff and people.
Right. Well, it's got to be cool to be peers with people, to be like, hey, let me trade you. You know what I mean? And then you're just trading people, and your collection is probably madness. Have you guys showed your pin collection on YouTube?
Ooh, we had
So
you should make a video showing your collection.
What do you know? I have some of it.
Oh wow.
No, so we have. I took a bunch off to put them on the table, but this is 75% of our collection.
Yeah.
And then we have a gigantic corkboard that we designed. That's probably like 6 by 5. Yeah, that we put all of our like pins on there. And then we have pins that we.
Dude, you guys are gonna have to link me to that binder, because my binder is not that big, and I have 2 of them.
Oh yeah, this one's actually, I forgot. You know what? I have the name of who we did it by. But yeah, this is just. And then our
hold it up a little higher.
I'm sorry. These are some of the pins we trade and buy.
We got a Jumanji board.
Gummy worm, which is pretty cool.
Gummy worm.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
And then it just
keeps going. We got a bunch of stuff.
And it's so cool because like it's like, oh, Disney pins are cool. Pins are cool in general. Disney pins are really cool. But then when you get onto this lines of like custom pins and like we're doing whatever we want, we're making Disney times Dragon Ball Z pins or Disney times Harry Potter or like whatever, then like you can't, like I said, shut up and take my money. It's just too cool.
Yeah. We have a cool Harry Potter line coming out, designing like kind of like a play on each of the houses. So that's something you should stay tuned to see.
Ooh, I'm excited. I'm excited. Yeah. Awesome. Well, I got to take off, guys. I'm going to go see The Lion King tonight, the new one. So I'm excited. Did you guys see it yet?
So The Lion King, the new Lion, we got to go. But the new Lion King, is that live action?
Yeah, it's live action.
Or better cartoon?
It's live action. I don't know. Maybe better cartoons. I guess it's not live action, right? It's a lion. So. It's really good cartoon.
We got to go this weekend.
Yeah. We'll see this weekend
awesome.
for sure.
So, but dude, thank you so much for joining me and sharing your story, just hanging out, talking pins and all this stuff. It's fun for a lot of people, interesting, but I think it's real educational for people to know that like, hey, you can make a business around what you like. It can be fun, and you can grind it out in your spare time, like instead of just watching Stranger Things all day, and then. It can take you where you want to go in like maybe, 1 year, 2 years, 3. I mean, look, I did everything I've done on YouTube and social media is like 3 years. You guys are like 2+ years into your Pinlounge, like who knows where you're going to be in, 3 years and 4 years making pins for Gary Vee or something. Who knows? You know what I mean? Right. So I appreciate that and your guys' time. So if you're listening or watching, please leave us a review on the podcast on iTunes. Smash the like button on YouTube. Leave a comment down below and let me know what was your favorite part of the show or your favorite nugget or funniest part or whatever. Include a timestamp, and I will pick someone to get a shout out on the next video. You can catch these shows live every Monday at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on YouTube, and we post new episodes on the podcast at 6 in the morning on Mondays, so you can listen to it on your way to work. But yeah, thank you, Pinlounge, for joining me.
Thank you for having us. Thank you for having us. We
appreciate you guys. And you know what we say around here, if you ain't flipping,
you slipping.
You slipping. I love that you guys know it. Awesome. All right, guys, have a good night. I won't spoil the movie for you. We can check back in later.
Take care.
And be on the lookout for the Reezy pins. They're going to drop, guys.
Yes.
Have a good night.
Bye. You too.